Hey, what's going on, guys? Dr. Sean J. Harris at Generational Wealth Academy. Happy Saturday morning happy Sunday morning to everybody. Saturday number one, beginning of the work week for most people. So it's Saturday number one, being a Sunday. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you guys and ask you, what adjustments are you making financially? So we're at the beginning of the new year. A lot of people want to have financial changes and adjustments, but that's the biggest question. What adjustments are you making financially for your 2024 to be different than any other year previous? So let's talk about three adjustments that you can make that will help you financially to be able to have the footing that you need, the foundation that you need financially to be able to build wealth in 2024. So the first thing I want to talk about is you want to be able to create a budget. So a lot of times people just operate, they get money and then it's more month than money, and they go from check to check because they don't have a systematic budget. Most people think budgets are a bad thing or outdated, but listen, if you stay within a budget, you won't have money problems. So what do I mean by budget? Budget your responsibilities first. Budget your fun activities. You want to be able to have funds to fund your fund. So don't position yourself where you go out and you shop and buy things more than what your account can handle or bear. So that's one of the biggest things you want to do, is to be able to structure a sound, feasible budget. Okay, so it's like eating an elephant. It's always said you don't eat an elephant one bite at one big hunk, but you do it one bite at a time. So that's the same thing with your budget. You want to be able to structure your budget right. Next thing you're gonna do is you want to be able to reduce bad debt. Now, I didn't say debt, bad debt, because if you're in a position where you're investing, sometimes you're going to have what's called good debt to make the investment happen. But here's the deal. If you're in financial problem straits, you don't even want to worry about investing right now. You want to worry about getting out of bad consumer debt. So how do you do that? You start attacking any debt that you have. It's different methodologies that people use. Some people attack the smallest one, get that out of the way, go to the next smallest one, get it out of the way, and just start biting down at it. So the money that you have paid off the smaller two debts can now roll over to the third higher debt, and then you accelerate that process. So that's always been a good method to do it. Again, you have to look at your interest rates. If you have credit card debt, whichever one is bearing the highest interest rate, that's what you want to attack first. Even though the other one may be the smaller bill, if you can knock it out, knock it out. But if it's still a sizable bill but it has a lower interest rate, attack the one with the highest interest rate first. The next thing you want to do is figure out a way to increase your income. See, a lot of times people look at stuff and say, oh man, I can't afford that. No, look, you can afford anything. Just go figure out how to make more money to buy it. But again, focus on the budget first. Get yourself out of the bad debt, and then start focusing on being able to buy the things. But your number one priority should always be to increase your income. You want more income. So listen, you don't fix a money problem with money. A lot of people say, well, Sean, do you loan money? Do you give money away? Sometimes I give money, but I don't loan money, especially to family and friends. Don't do that, because here's the deal. If they got into a situation where they needed money from you and you give them money, that's just a band-aid. You're not fixing how we got into that money problem in the first place. So I'd rather take that set amount of money. You want to borrow $1,000? I'd rather you take $1,000 and put it into one of my training courses. I'd rather you put that into some books that I've written, so that you can understand the fundamentals of not having to get in that problem again, and simultaneously learn how to increase your income flow. So now that we address three small tips that you can do to increase your income, let's talk about three things that if you don't do these things, that it can lead you down this road. And the first one is, it'll put you in a continued financial strain. As I just said, if you haven't fixed the money problem, which is up here, you're never going to fix the wallet problem. You're never going to fix the purse problem. So you're going to always have a financial strain. You're always going to be in a position where you have more monthly money. You're going to always go from paycheck to paycheck. You're always going to be robbing Peter to pay Paul. So let's get out of that mindset of struggle. So many people think you always got to have this big struggle to have a big victory. And that's just not the case. So that's going to be the first thing to happen. The second thing that's going to happen is you're going to continue accumulating debt, and more so bad debt. So if you already have a debt problem and you're not paying it on time, then you're using this card to pay that card, and you're putting the gas bill envelope in the light bill envelope, and vice versa. That's the old trick they used to do back in the 80s and the 90s. You put the wrong bill in the wrong envelope and send it off, and they'll be like, oh my God, you sent us the wrong bill. Then it bought you some extra time to be able to play that bill or whatever. But let's get out of the money games. Let's get out of the money roller coaster. Just figure out how to make more money, figure out how to get out of debt, and figure out how to budget yourself accordingly. So again, now you don't have to worry about accumulating more debt. But if you don't make these adjustments and changes, you're going to find yourself accumulating more debt. And then what it's also going to do, the third thing that's going to do, if you don't make the proper adjustments, it's going to limit your financial opportunities. I always say opportunities fall in your lap if you put your lap where opportunities fall. There will be many times where people will come to you and say, hey, listen, we have this tremendous financial windfall investment. We just need some capital investors. Hey, you got $25,000 you can put in. You got $75,000 you can put in. You got $150 you can put in. But the rate of return is going to be dope. Imagine if you had $50,000 that you can just put into an investment that would yield you 7 figures within the next 3 to 5 years. But if you don't have money put aside for that, it's going to be a lost investment opportunity. So again, that goes back in line with the 3 money rules. First, you got to be able to make money. Secondly, you got to be able to hold on to the money. Then third, you got to be able to grow the money. But if we're not in a position where we have money set off to the side for that opportunity when it comes, you're going to really miss out on the golden opportunity to really build and amass wealth. All right, guys. Got 1 week down. Today's the 7th. Yep, January 7th. 7 days in out of the 365. There's only 51 weeks left to achieve your 2024 goals. Time is running out. And let me tell you, if y'all still mess around with them black eyed peas, you know the deal. You know the deal. Throw them black eyed peas away, because that crap don't work. Collard greens either. All right, guys, make impact, make money while you're doing it.